Alright guys, today we're going to do another Alien book, Aliens Berserker, issue 1 of 4 from Dark Horse Comics. Yeah, we do another, Aliens book because I like aliens a lot and I don't have everything, but I want to get everything. Of course I can get the omnibuses where everything in it, but for me it's more, I don't know, fun to have the floppies. You know, first of all, I can show it off to you, talk about it, and you know, these are the originals. This is a book, I believe it's from 1994. So 30 years old. Damn, I'm old. And yeah, this is not a banger. But you know what? Before, I'm going to show you anyway. So it's by John Wagner, who you probably know if you are, well, maybe you don't know, but he is the co-creator of Judge Dredd, a character that you probably know. Pencils by Paul Mendoza, Andy Mushynsky is the inking, colors Kerry Porter, lettering Steve Dutrow, etc., etc., etc. I believe the cover painter is Kilian Plunkett, and he did something for Star Wars comics from Dark Horse back in the day. This guy, right? And so yeah, I believe this is on the planet, and this is a bug hunt. And right off the bat, when I saw this, yeah, I'm on board. Why? Because I really like this design. Looks awesome. And so this is the Berserker team, I believe five or six people in total, I think. And what strikes me as first is the normally alien books are dark, gloomy, has a lot of atmosphere, you know, and this is pretty bright. So it was a surprise. Going that a little bit later. But first of all, we have this grunt team. And they are, you know, talking smack to each other, you know, like, yeah, like they did also in the film. You know, I like that when creators have respect for the franchise. You know that most people in the Alien universe are garbage human beings, except for a couple of few, right? But they are most hard asses. You know, not very sympathetic. You know, just more like, you know, soldiers, right, doing the job. Anyway, so I don't know. Maybe this is the captain, I guess. And you talk about Alice. Hey, Alice, how's Max? Still in deep sedation, sir. You want me to run a full system check? So he says to his, I don't know, co-pilot, computer girl, I'm not sure who she is, 26 mission, and they settle me with Alice. What does the guy do all day? So it seems, she says he's green. He's a good medic. Give him a chance. All right. Now, what surprised me is the story. And what I mean by that is that normally the things that you see in here is mostly at the end of the book instead of at the first book. So that means there's a lot more coming after this book. So, again, cool design. And he's been greeted by, what's his name? Sturgis. So it seems that some kind of a Proteus base is overrun by aliens. Sturgis, I don't know, called him for, you know, helping the people inside. How many are still trapped down there, Sturgis? 31. So he says, how do we contact with them? Unfortunately, though, the communication line was server 2. Happened 8 days ago. All right. So Captain Guy says, hey, we place a fail-safe in a midway junction. One will be enough. And I thought, okay, first of all, who's Max, right? And what's the failsafe? Well, it seems that the failsafe is none other than a nuke. That nuke goes bang, there ain't gonna be any Deep 4. Bye-bye, Bucks, bye-bye us. A nuclear device, is that necessary, Commander Izzards? The Silurium deposits are priceless. Strict company requires, Sturgis. You should know by now, we're dealing with the most dangerous life forms man has ever encountered. When my team goes in, we can't take any chances. If we have to know if we fail, nothing is coming out alive. But the people are trapped in here. So he says, it's been 8 days. Take it from me. It's probably already too late for them. Yeah, probably. Anyway, so, okay, so computer girl's communications officer, right? It says, that's it. You know the drill. Let's get it done. Just 3 men? I expected an army. Yeah, we got that too, says Commander. And then we are getting, not introduced, well, a little bit, to Max And he says, hey, prime and ready. And I thought, okay, what's this? This is a suit, right? A robot berserker. Max mobile assault exo warrior. A human intelligence looked into 10 tons of heavily armed and armored exoskeleton. There's a man in there? Used to be. Don't quite know what you call him now. Basket cases and psychos, man. I like the dialogue back in the day. All right, so I thought, hey, wait a minute. This is some kind of a... I know this. It looks like an 80s car, but then in the future. So I recognize the design. I'm not sure how they call these things, but it's some kind of a LV. Is that how you say it? With the tank wagon in the Alien movies with the cannons. Well, this is something like that, but without the cannons. Looks a little bit different. So that's nice to see. Details are amazing, especially when you see this. We use IV sedative to maintain him in a dreamless coma state until they're quiet. Then bring him up to the fighting speed with a triple dose of synthetic adrenaline. When that moose juice kicks in, anything between him and his targets will be annihilated. That's sick to keep a man like that. Unnecessary precautions, believe me. If you've seen the Berserker go critical, you want to make sure it doesn't happen when you're around. Look at all these details, man. It looks amazing. Anyway, so like I said, it's very bright. I have lots of same-ish use color, with the browns and the yellows and the grays and the red. And it suits. And I thought in the beginning, you know what? I like my Alien books a little bit darker, but somehow it works. Especially when you see all the details and the chaos seeing around you in upcoming pages. But hey, okay. And I also love this font, Bughunt, that's because it's big, it's bold. Reminds me of Walter Simonson's, fonts and Eric Larson's. Anyway, so they go into this facility, and so they're going down, and there's a facehugger, and it's gonna get it. Now, what strikes me is they have some kind of protocol and a way of moving ahead, which I found, okay, that is interesting, but also very dangerous. So I'm going to show you a little bit later what I mean with that. Anyway, so they are hooking up the nuclear device. You got 8 hours before your butt's turned into hot taco sauce. Can't do it. All right, so TP here, he says, bugs are going to get you, TP. That's the general idea. Stay alive, man. I think, wait, what? Was this maybe some grunge joke? Maybe, I don't know, riling up each other. But no, he's going there alone, sweating bullets. And he has this, a scanner for life forms. And sorry for the resolution. Leave it for ground leader. Move on down, Tape. You sent him in alone, says the other one. Point man always goes ahead. We don't jeopardize Max until we know what we are up against. It's actually smart, because if one person is going to die, instead of the whole team, and excluding, and including the robot guy, I get that. So this team is expendable, so I think, oh man, he's going to die, right? What do you think he's thinking? He ain't thinking zip, meatball. Ain't maybe in his job. That's the way to be. Let's run through this one more time. Flamethrower armed, pulse rifles armed, grenade launchers armed. So Teep is saying, hey, I got something. And then Buck comes out attacking him, but it's stuck in the fence here. So he's using the pulse rifle to get rid of it. Yeah, that's one we don't have to worry about. We hit bottom, mass secure. So he's shooting a flare with a mask on, right? And they hit the mother load, because this where the aliens reside. And help me. This guy's also here, right? So Teep says, they're coming for me. They're all around us. Look at this designs here in the neck and the face. Again, it's very bright. So, and then I have to, pause for a minute, because when I first saw this, I think, are these aliens fused together or something? But no. And so the other guy says, he just letting them capture him? The aliens' prime motivation is to reproduce. To them, the human body is more valuable as alive, incubated, than dead meat. Provided Teeb remains total docile, they should carry him right to the heart of the hive, to the queen herself. At times I like this, I wish I stayed in my cozy nice cell. Volunteer for a berserker team, they said. Get years of your sentence. I should have known there was a catch. So Teeb is pretty relaxed. I mean, I would have totally freaked out. I mean, he's been kidnapped by, alien monsters, right? Must be, maybe he's done it a couple of times, but so they have a plan, and I think, yeah, okay, this is cool, it's different. And so through the videos, I said, hey, there's the lady herself. And then, so the captain says, send Max on down here. No one's saving any of these poor devils, Pop. Hurry it up, will you? Help is on the way. Go get him, Max. So he's almost getting killed. So Max is hit bottom, right? And then they are juicing up with adrenaline. So he gets 3 doses, right? Level 1, 2, and 3. And then, well, it's party time. Because he's stomping on these aliens. And then we have a beautiful, cool-looking pages where Max is going completely, no pun intended, berserk on these aliens. They burn to a crisp. They've been blasted, turned into mush, eviscerated. I mean, come on, right? Looks great. So Max is going and going and going. And I thought, oh man, Teeb, no, you're done. You're infected. The third kick of adrenaline drives him to a kill frenzy. He must destroy and keep on destroying anything and everything that gets in his way. The point man carries a homing beacon that directs Max on him and the queen. He'd read the egg chamber. Help me! But then, he still has his mask on, so he's not infected, I guess then, right? But then something, I think, oh, wait a minute. So Max is killing all these poor guys that are marked for death. And yeah. But then I said, why isn't Teeb getting killed? Well, it seems there's a beacon that also has an override signal to any weapon directed 2 feet or within 2 feet of Teeb automatically cuts out. So that's a cool design. So Teeb, well, survives then. He must have a lot of faith in his teammates and his comrades. And yeah, so he's taking out the alien. And that's it. I thought, okay, game over, man. This is the end of the book. Well, no. So looks wiped. Agreed. Flush adrenaline. Flushing. So he's getting to sleep again. All clear up here. Roger, ground leader. Mop up, cut Teeb loose, and let's get out of here. Looks like you got your mind back, Sturgis. Well, it was pretty easy. I thought, okay, when we see alien books, a lot of people are gonna die. Well, nobody died except for these poor people that are, well, already dead. And so the other grunts, that Max never leaves nothing worth shooting. How comes he gets all the fun? Maybe you ought to apply for his job, Pulaski. Give me a break. Even I ain't crazy enough to volunteer for a bug suit. Will you two stop talking, yakking, and get me out of here? Brave man, this Teeb. So in space, people are, they are getting home. I mean, that's the plan, right? And does Teeb always get sick after a mission? Wouldn't you? So Alice, have you noticed fluctuation on Max's RV monitor? So this young guy says, I didn't think it was serious enough to bother you. Are you crazy? But then Dr. Girl says, or I don't know what she is, let's call her Computer Girl. Anything goes wrong with Max, I want to know about it right away. However unimportant it may seem to you, Alice. I'm sorry. Keep an eye on it. Let me know if there is any change. I like that, planning ahead. They know Max is dangerous. And if anything goes wrong, they need to know about it. It's no like, oh yeah, that's probably going to be fine. In lots of movies, yeah, everything's going to be fine and shit hits the fan. So she orders him to watch Max. All right. But then she says, I have some bad news. Pop's talking to Grayson. Or Grigson. We've been ordered to divert. He says, no! So, Captain says, the crew has leave coming up, Grigson. They're not going to be happy. I didn't get to be executive vice president by making people happy. I can tell you how important this isn't. So it seems there is an service terminal in Quadrant 49er, and there is an infestation. It's probably the biggest one ever because it's 400 people on board. And yeah, they need to go in and get rid of the bugs. And that leads us to the next issue that I have. So look at this awesome cover. And like I said, the bright color, especially the red here, really pops. And it looks amazing. So I cannot wait to read this and, show it to you all. Guys, let me know in the comments what you think about this. Yeah, I see you next time. Bye-bye.